What do you think about Rocket Lab? Is it down because of SpaceX?
It's a great question, and in fact, we Dustin and I were talking briefly about Rocket Lab earlier, and we've been talking about Rocket Lab on past episodes, and the answer to the question is I have no idea. I have no idea why it was up as much as it was. It could have been because of SpaceX IPO. Um, I have no idea why it's down as much as it is. It's now down like something like 40% from the high watermark of like around $150 just a few weeks ago. And but the reality is that Rocket Lab, despite being an absolutely phenomenal company that I love, and I love its founder and CEO Peter Beck. I think he's a fantastic CEO. The stock price got ahead of its skis, meaning it's a significant portion of its future performance is already built into the stock price, even at the $80 per share. And the stock price had gone all the way to over $150 per share, if I'm not mistaken. So, um, as it was going up and hitting all-time highs, I was trimming because I thought that the stock price may have gotten a little too far ahead, and it's now down pretty significantly. So, I am not going back and buying those shares, at least not at the current stock price. I can't predict if it keeps going down or if it'll turn around from here and make new all-time highs. Those types of things, I'm not in the. I've never been able to predict, but I basically react to what the market does, and that's how I view it. Dustin, what are your thoughts on
Yeah,
Rocket Lab?
my answer is slightly different. I think it's definitely down because of SpaceX. I just don't know why. And by that, I mean, when we were talking earlier, I was saying this, and you were like, SpaceX is only down 1% today. And I wasn't
Right.
looking at price action as SpaceX. So that was surprising to me. And what I mean by I don't know why is I think it's very likely SpaceX was driving up the valuation. And
Mm,
therefore, is it driving it down because we have investors going from Rocket Lab to SpaceX? Is it because SpaceX has just been generally selling off and Rocket Lab's getting hit harder today? I don't know. But SpaceX has definitely manipulated the space unintentionally. It's right. It's just such a big stock that it's going to have like these side effects in the market. Um,
yeah.
but I don't think this downward move from Rocket Lab is surprising. To Hamid's point, it's been a bit overvalued recently. And we know, or at least I believe, SpaceX is extremely overvalued. And as that goes down, it's going to have these like negative consequences in the market for now. But it's all, to me, like a transitionary period while the market kind of gets adjusted to having uh, SpaceX. So eventually it'll all
But
normalize and work itself out.
by the way, it's probably worth noting that SpaceX IPO price was 135, but on the free market, the lowest price you could purchase it for on IPO day was 150, if I'm not mistaken, and it shot up from there to over $220 a share. And I was getting messages about it when it hit when it shot up at 180, 190, 200, and it's like my opinion has not changed. It's still overvalued, right? And of course now at some point today you could have bought it for lower than the IPO day price of 150. I think it fell all the way down to 140 something, 48 or something like that. So this goes to show you how important valuation is. I mean, when companies again are undervalued, eventually the elasticity of the market will get them to a proper valuation, which is in the upward direction. Now, what happens in the short term is like very fluctuating, but in the long term, it's in the upward direction. And when something is way overvalued, again, in the elasticity of what happens in the short term is irrelevant. In the long term, it tends towards the uh, market valuation that is negative, and some of that is happening for both SpaceX as well as Rocket Lab. And when their performances catch up with their stock price, by the way, they might start going the other way. But the market might be, punishing them for way too long when that happens, right? And these are the things that creates opportunity in the market.